And United fans will turn around and go, why couldn't he do that for us?
Of course, United won't recoup all the money they paid for Rasmus Højlund. I think the same could be said, Carve, for Anthony, who's another man who's struggled at the Theatre of Dreams. You've got news on him?
Yeah, I mean, from a human sort of perspective, he's had a really difficult time at United. He just wants to, put it all behind him. He was on loan in Spain with Real Betis last season, had a good time there, got to the conference final against Chelsea, which unfortunately, from their point of view, they lost. But, United have spent 86 million pounds on him when they signed him from Ajax. There's no way they're going to be getting anything like that back. But they are in talks with Betis again about him moving back there. I think obviously Betis are being quite clever because they know they're going to get a better deal closer and closer to the deadline. But it looks like he'll be moving back there.
OK, so they're people that players that Ruben Amorim wants out. How about more incomings? Rob, the goalkeeper situation, what's news there?
Look, goalkeeper wasn't a priority position for Manchester United in this summer window. It's been made pretty clear to me that they think they've had a good window. They looked at the stats. Manchester United's strategy now, with all of the people they've got in the right places, is that they want to focus on the data. They want to look at the stats that tell them where they need to improve. And all of those stats were telling them they didn't score enough goals last season. And so that's why they spent over £200 million on 3 new forward players, when a lot of Manchester United fans, I think, were calling out for midfielders and centre-backs maybe. They are calling for a new goalkeeper now. And whilst it wasn't at the top of Manchester United's priority, they see Senny Lammens as a really good option at Royal Antwerp, and he might cost just over £17 million. And I think United's recruitment guys are thinking that's too good an opportunity to miss, to buy up somebody of his talent and strengthening the goalkeeping group for the long term. It's far from certain that he'd come in and be Amorim's number one, and you've got to remember that Andre Onana is expected to leave for the Africa Cup of Nations and miss most of December and January. So they're going to be a goalkeeper down for 2 key months of the season. That's why they're interested. I think they'll get the deal done. But it sounds like Antwerp want to delay it a little bit and make sure that they get the full value for him. So negotiations ongoing as things stand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for data. And I'm all for improving a forward line if it suggests, that data suggests that the goals haven't been coming. But a lot of Manchester United fans are saying that they need a midfielder because they don't have legs, particularly in that kind of number 6 position where there's quite often 2 of them playing against 3 in there. Forget your inverted fullbacks and stuff. So don't they need to find that position as well? And then that can then lead to patterns of play that will help goal scoring as well.
That sounds spot on.
There's no data there. That's just a bit of common sense.
Well, and that's what a lot of Man United fans are feeling.
Like a data analyst.
It was really quite impressive, that, wasn't it? But it's also, listen, he's also copying Gary Neville here, because that's what Gary Neville said.
I didn't know that. Monday night. That was all my own work.
That's exactly what Gary Neville said. And so if you're agreeing with Gary Neville and a lot of Manchester United fans agree, then I think that's a fair point. My understanding is that United know that they can't solve all of their problems in one transfer window. And so they're almost breaking it down and trying to be very strategic about this. And the focus for this window was up front. And they've brought in 3 world-class players, haven't they? In Benjamin Šeško, Brian Mbeumo and Matheus Cunha. For 200.
They haven't scored yet.
No, they haven't.
It's good data.
That's good data.
It's good data.
0 goals. It's early.
What about the XG though?
Well, exactly. He'll tell you. He'll know. He'll know that. So look. My understanding now is that United would still like to be active in the last 6 days of this window, and that's having sorted out their forward line as far as they see it and their attacking options. Now's when they're looking at goalkeepers and midfielders. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they bought a midfielder in before the window closes, but that may rely on what we've just been talking about: getting Anthony out, getting Garnacho out, getting Højlund out. Yeah. They need to clear some players out of a huge squad, a bloated squad, and they need to free up some money as well. If they do that in the next couple of days, I think they could be busy in the last few days in terms of incomings.
Yeah, we will watch this space. Man United's goal scorer this season, Rodrigo Muniz of Fulham.